what's going on, everybody? This is Chess Optics here. Glad to be here. Hope everybody is having a nice night. If my sound is an issue, please let me know in the chat. It didn't register as one, but these things have a way of changing on me for some reason. So what I want to share is a game between Alexander Alekine and Holy Sure. Man, this game was another amazing game that it just makes you want to look at it over and over again for one simple aspect of it, the tactic. So let's look at this real quick. Um, excuse me. So what we have here first from white is e4. After e4, black plays e5. Alekine plays knight to f3, and we have knight to f6. Excuse me, c6. Bishop to b5, d6, d4, and e takes d4. Queen takes d4. And of course, the knight cannot capture the queen because the bishop has the knight pinned and it can't move because, well, you can't put yourself in check, of course, right? Bishop to d7, bishop takes d6, bishop captures bishop. But now, with this exchange of minor pieces, black has the two bishops. White, though, has a central space advantage. And the next move is bishop to b g, 5. The knight blocks. Knight comes to c3. Bishop to e7. And white queenside castles. In situations like this, when you see sides queenside opposite side castling, such as this game, after black castles, there is a indication that the pawns are going to be launched towards the opponent's king from the two respective sides. And well, Alekine is the first to jump the gun with h4. And black responds with h6. And look at this. Just look at this. We have knight to d5. Wait a minute. Did Alekine just blunder a bishop? No. Pay attention. So after this, pawn captures the bishop. Knight captures knight. Knight captures bishop. Queen captures bishop. Pawn captures knight. Knight captures pawn. And we see the idea. Total domination of the h file. Queen, rook. And white is threatening mate. So what does black do? F5. Oh, wait a minute. It looks like Alekine blundered a piece. He just put his knight. Wait, let's see this again. He put his knight on e5. No. Pawn takes. And guess what? That was intentional. So what happens here? Why is the game over? Why? Well, what if black decides to take the queen? Well, let's check. Okay, so you say, all right, well, what if we don't take the queen, and we take the pawn? How about taking the pawn? well, you'll begin to see the reason why back here this move was made. So after this, if you decide to take the pawn instead of the queen, we have check, and the pawn that was here is now here, so it can't block. And guess what happens after this? You have to put something here, or here, or here. So let's look at all three of those options. Well, if first of all, if you put your queen here, we're back to the mate, right? Okay, so we can't do that. If you decide you want to put your rook here, same thing. So we can't do that. Oh, but wait, what about the bishop? Well, if you put the bishop there, that's check. You can't move over here. You have to block. And if you block this way, well, of course you lose the queen. Bang. And that's because of course you block and then we'll check, right? So the idea that Alekhine put forth here, so beautiful. It's so anticipating. Like Alekhine was this kind of player where he would anticipate what it is that your next decision was going to be. Let me get a little music on here. I thought I had the music playing, but I guess not. So let me liven it up a little bit. Chess Optics here, man. Come, come just let me know what's on your chess mind, man. Chess chat, chess chill, play some chess. What's your favorite book? What's your favorite chess player? What's your favorite chess principle that relates to something in your life? Okay, let me get this music on. Okay, what we're gonna do here? We're gonna try to get a little Spotify stream beat. So these stream beats that they have on Spotify are they're royalty free, so you don't get any copyright infringements on your Twitch account. Supposedly. I don't know how true that is, but so far we haven't been having any problem whatsoever. Right? So let me get back to some chess. This game, man, this game is so nice. But there's another game I want to share with you. So I was up late last night laying next to my girlfriend, and I was like, wait a minute, didn't I just lose my 1600 and 2+1 bullet? I'm not sleepy right now. I mean, I wasn't sleepy, so this game was pivotal in me getting, it's just something to acknowledge, man. I think, it took some effort. Everything wasn't perfect, but I did manage to get my 1600 back real quick. Let's see here. What do we have? Yeah, and you know what? As I was as I was making some moves in that game, I just felt like, for some reason, that at nighttime, I don't know what it is, but it seems like at nighttime, I tend to play maybe a little bit better. Some nights, not every night, but some nights, I tend to play just a little bit better. In a second. So it was a pretty good thing, and to solidify, anytime I lose 100 rating points, this doesn't happen in one day, but sometimes I quit, playing, and can't play better, I'm playing more. So anytime I lose 100 rating points and I get those rating points back, I have to solidify it by at least winning one more game within that 100 rating point range. It's just a tradition of mine, but so I actually managed to do that too, and then that's when I stopped. I said, I'm gonna go to sleep because I don't lose. It's just like I started this to try and do one thing, and next thing you know, the opposite thing starts happening. Not want to go through that at all. So I took a dive into the pillow when I went to sleep because who wants to go through all of that work? It wasn't easy, and then just do the opposite, right? Like it doesn't make any sense to me anyway. Maybe to some people, chess is fun, but it's not just fun and only fun. There's some competitiveness. There's a competitive aspect to it also. Yeah. So let's look at this game here. Where is it? Profile. Look at that. I got 3,497 games. That is not a lot. I usually lose games to people who have like 20,000 games and 30. Like, how do you get 50,000 games? Like, really? How do you 50,000? Really? That is a lot, a whole lot of, so this was this last night? 21 hours ago, yes. 1596, I lost 20, got 60, so this thing was going back, like losing 6, winning 6, winning 6, losing 5, stuff like that. So I got to 1596 and lost 1590. Let's see here. Going up. And here is where I cracked into 1600. This game right here. And then this is where I solidified it in this game right here, because this is 2 wins. So let's look at this game real quick. It's not without flaws, but it's interesting. I like it because they're in the mate. So let's just look at this. We had e4, e6. It looks like he's trying to play. This is the Caro-Kann, the capture, he captures. Of course, he brings his bishop here. So yes, we have the Caro-Kann advanced variation on boards, ladies and gentlemen. Knight to f3. Then we have e6 and bishop to d3, offering to exchange the bishop, which black has managed to get outside of the pawn chain, which is considered a good thing to do when all your pawns are on the same color of your bishop. And since he has done that, white decides to trade it off. Also, where is white gonna go? His bishop has inadvertently become blocked in. He can't go here. It makes no sense to go here. We get chased away after the knight blocks check. So he decides to exchange it, and that's what he does. But here's the problem. Before this knight came out, I really think that black should have considered taking the bishop, because the knight comes out, bishop takes. Now you have double pawns and an isolated pawn in the center of the board, which is a target. Does it mean that white is winning? No. But it's not a good position. Bishop to e7, rook to e1, and he castles. My bishop goes to g5. Putting a little bit of pressure here because now the queen moves away and I capture. The queen is not like somewhere like here to defend this. Well, guess what? That's a drop pawn. Right, sorry about that. But knight to, okay, knight to d7, and my knight comes here to e5. He captures. My rook captures. More pressure builds against this. You see, so this capture here, just weaken this pawn. And you start to see the pressure building up against it. 1, 2, and one of the defenders is threatened to be captured right now, right? So the knight goes here, bishop takes, and wow, that just dropped the piece. So I believe that he was just thinking, well, let me exchange this knight as one of the attackers on my d5 pawn, right? But he just didn't look at the fact that once you move this is now under attack twice. And then bang. Somebody's gonna die here. Rook, bishop. There's definitely gonna be an exchange. Giving up. Bishop takes rook. King takes. Pawn comes to f3. Knight goes back to f6. And now the queen is very interested in traveling over somewhere this way, in this direction, to the king side, right? Maybe trying to aim at g7, all right, or something. Oh, so look, you know, anytime your position has structural weaknesses, especially on the king side, the only thing from my honest opinion, the main thing you should be trying to do is decrease your opponent's counterplay, minimize the targets that he can attack, and reduce his threat. You have to understand when you should go on the defense, because this move here, you capture a pawn, but well, that allows white to double on the open file. And then you don't even try and remove this. I mean, you would probably lose a pawn. Rook takes, knight captures, you get the pawn back over here. But okay, so look, maybe, I don't know, maybe black is already lost. Knight takes d5, rook takes. Okay, now, so what's going on here? What is going on here? There's a threat of rook takes pawn check. If you should happen to go here, then the queen will be mating you. If you come here, the queen will be mating you here, right? Because if you go here, then the rook will take the other pawn check, bounce you back, and then come here with the queen. Which means that after this move, this pawn has to be protected, and there is only one move. I luckily found it, and honestly, I believe I was probably still losing here, but he threatens my queen. Wow. And right here, I was like, yes, I am going to get my 1600 back, because this move is a blunder. Do you see it? Yes, it's a blunder, man. First of all, I didn't even react to it correctly. But doing this, he captures the queen, and this is checkmate. But what I was supposed to do, or what I also could have done after he did this, do you see? I can still put the rook here, right? If I put the rook here, what does he do? He takes with the knight, right? Right. And guess what I do? I take with the other rook. He has to take back. Knight and the queen deliver mate. You see that? I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Look. So look at it. Just look real quick, right? Right here. If you look at it. Oh, wait a minute. That is not the that's the analysis board. But if you look at it, so you turn the engine on. So let's say you look at it this way. That's what happened, right? But when he threatened my queen, I could have gone here with check. right? This rook protects the other rook, so the knight has to capture. At first thought, I looked at this check, he slides over, I check him, he steps out here. But no, sack the other rook, man. He's forced to capture, and this is checkmate. I was like, wow, that's nice. But that's just, when I looked at it, I was like, well, I missed that, but I did manage to win the game and get back to 1600. So with that, we are going to say good night. Good night. And may your chess be the best. For those of you who watch me on the YouTube channel, please like and subscribe. And let your friends know. Chess Optics is the place where we look at life through the lens of chess. Peace.